Game Pop, legit. Hey guys, it's Johnny here with the Ultimate Recon Gaming portion of this channel, and this is a Sims 4 speed build. Now this is the first time I've actually watched this video myself, so by the time this comes out, yeah, you're technically watching it with me, I guess. Basically, this is a speed build for Alienation, the new show that's coming out. I'm cheating there with my load. Yeah, anyways, so basically right now I'm building a spaceship, or UFO. The idea was to make it floating, and I tried as best as I could with the sim mechanics of how it worked. And I've learned some more mechanics and stuff like that, and I try to make it look as spaceshipy as possible. I actually drew out design on a notebook, but the land wasn't big enough, so I had to move most of it down to the second floor. Really the bottom floor of the spaceship, but the second floor in the Sims build thing. And I need to slow down a bit, because this is a speed build, because I built this in an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, roughly an hour and 30 minutes, maybe an hour and 35. And the whole total duration of this speed build is 31 minutes. So, and it took me a minute to figure out what's going on here. So give me a second. It took me a while to realize this. Basically, I was trying to figure out how can I put this other stair up, and we're keeping this, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And I started realizing that the floor was disappearing, and all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, well, crap. That didn't work, obviously. And other stuff was happening. Like later on here in a second, it would actually, the stair created its own floor. Like the second floor, the second stair, this stair right, well, I gotta expand the thing out one more time. I gotta expand it out so it can actually be built. Whoops. Okay, stand it out so it can be built. There we go. And right here, I want to delete this, right? And that stair is going to build its own floor. Like, it's not like a floor like the normal floor, and it's actually part of the stair. It's weird. It's like I push that back so that I can keep that part. Okay? And then, and the stair does work. I did test it. You'll see in the end of this video that I tested it. Oh, crap, that didn't work, so I have to figure out something different. So I go to the build tool, and boom. Ta-da! Got that to work. This is where it creates that floor thing. And like, I know it was the stair created the floor because the stair, it was the same style as the stair. It wasn't just like the floor tiles or whatever. Right now I'm kind of counting stuff out. Well, I was counting stuff out and deleting stuff. Because I like symmetry. There it is. So I try to place the floor tile, and look, there's the normal floor and there's the stair floor. And yeah, see, it doesn't work like that. So it was so weird that that happened. Made absolutely zero sense, and I wish I would have figured out how that happened. Maybe it was because originally it was inside, and then I pulled it back, and now it was not. Maybe I should have done that with the stair below. Who knows, dude? It was so weird, dude. Anyways, so then I put the door right there, and I start doing these octagon kind of shapes. Whoops, I could have totally utilized the octagon. Is there an octagon build tool? I think there might have been. But, and so at first it starts kind of really symmetric, and then I start playing with it, making it less symmetric, because that's what my design called for, that I drew out. And so, you'll see it get really crazy here in a few. But, and this part was really crazy hard too, because some of it wanted to work and sometimes it didn't. So I have to like build a floor underwards and count them out and everything, and that was hectic. So I'm like, great. So I'm like, okay, alright, counting out about right there. Went ahead to place the stair there so I can draw out the part where it needs to be, dude. And so you just learn these little secrets. It's so easy. And you just drag it out, and boom. Well, whoops. Not quite right, but there we go. Now it is, dude. Ah, crap. It deleted itself, right? This was the pain in the butt right here. Sometimes, yeah, for some reason it would not work correctly there, but I figured it out eventually. But it was constant pain of just trying to figure out stuff, and boom, there it was. I had to color the floor to get it to work. That makes absolutely no sense, right, dude? Man. Man. And expand that a little bit. There we go. Puts it right about where I wanted. We're getting ready to find out if that's where I wanted it. I believe that's where it ended up at, dude. And so, like, the size of this actual ship ends up being half the size. Like, that what we're looking at right now was actually supposed to, well, the thing I just drew out just a second ago was actually supposed to be the middle of the building. Yeah, and there's no Sims land that would have drew out the entire thing. Not even the biggest one. And this is not the biggest, this is like the second biggest, so the biggest one wouldn't even done either, so if you're thinking, well, maybe the biggest, no, the biggest wouldn't have done it. Trust me, I know. So it took a lot of work. Trying to figure out, and you'll see me do a couple of test runs here in a few to try to figure out, well, maybe this, nope, didn't work. Maybe this worked, nope, didn't work. Maybe this, nope, didn't work. Maybe this, nope, didn't work. It's all kinds of stuff, dude. Oh, okay. Now I remember why I was having an issue. I had this issue where I didn't want to redraw those walls, but then I just now realized why I had the issue with roofing. Roofing, is that word? Is that the word? Roofs? And I don't know if that's the technical term, but I was having problems with the roof, and now I know why. Okay, so I actually got this as a standalone, but I was like, wait a minute. We need, yeah, flooring. Dirt. So I was like, okay, let's delete this. And I was like, oh, that just looks tacky. Does not look tacky. I mean, it kind of looks like a shadow spot, but still. Looks tacky. So this is where I try to test out my idea. Nope, can't exceed. Cannot exceed. Well, okay, reverse, dude. Reverse, man. Reverse. Try to figure out something else, dude. Oh, let's build this floor. Okay, this part was crazy. The floor was gone here and wouldn't... I don't know what happened here to make the floor not want to... Yeah. And so I had to try to keep playing around with it. And I couldn't make it into a new room and whatever else, dude. So I just had to sit here, play with this whole darn thing until I could figure it out. Couldn't draw, couldn't do this. That stuff didn't work. I tried like every direction. Nope. Okay. So we had to figure out something to figure this out, right? So it's like, okay. There's got to be a way to work this stupid thing out, man. So if I remember right, what I did was, yeah, that's what I did. I took that. Okay, wait a minute. I'll rebuild it here in a second. There we go. And that seemed to work. But see, the problem was I couldn't, you know, tack on. And then I drag it all the way down. Ta-da! Got it to work. Now we have another issue. The other issue is that, well, yeah, you can't do that either. So I decided, okay, let's just keep this. It kind of looks cooler. It looks like it's like a landing gear kind of thing. Once I get all the stuff set up. See? Dude? See? Decided not to do it up there yet because I wasn't quite done doing the blueprint of it. As you see, the hallways got shorter and everything too. They originally were so long, but even if I probably made the hallway shorter, it probably wouldn't have been that much of a difference, to be honest, dude. It took me forever to figure out what I really wanted down here at this area, and it took me forever to figure out why it was so hard to build. I'm sitting here trying to expand on stuff, dude. Man. It's a little rough. Because originally it was just supposed to be like a power cell down there. But I decided, well, okay, let's just actually make an actual room. And go from there. Oh, great, that doesn't work. Why is it not working? What's going on? It's because the Sims mechanic, when you do floors like this now, it doesn't work. You have to shape it and then shape it again and delete stuff. It's kind of stupid. I do hate that mechanic with building on the Sims 4. They changed the whole entire building aspect. Aspect that when you try to build now, you gotta shape and then cut off, build the room, and then delete. Instead of just build in place 4. Like, seriously, you're making me go through that much work, dude? Wow, man. Wow. I mean, of course I build that wall back up and put it down. I hit most of the outer walls there. Delete those off. Those little tacky little zones, dude. Man. Okay. And so, yeah, this is nowhere even near done. We've got a couple more rooms to go. I think I'm ready to go ahead and start in a buy menu by now. We'll find out here in a second. Right now I'm trying to figure out other stuff, dude. Making another expansion to the place. Trying to figure out where to place something that was supposed to go off to the right, but it couldn't, so I went off to the front. It was supposed to go diagonal right, but it couldn't go diagonal right, obviously, so I went forward. There we go. There's that, dude. There's that. There's that. Pretty cool design, if you ask me. Hopefully you guys do like it too. I'm gonna give you that kind of alien look on purpose too, like a spaceship spaceship look. There we go. It's trying to build it again, dude. Adding on to it. We haven't realized there's a lot of adding on. I want to discuss what kind of each room is as we go. To show the talk, and then we'll talk about what, yeah, the whole entire thing later. But for now, I'll just kind of build the stuff, watch the stuff being built, and then we'll talk about what it became as I'm doing the buy mode. Always screwed that part up. It was so hard to plan that so perfectly. Yeah, see, that was the issue there. I couldn't figure out why that. Well, because I haven't closed off the. No, it's not that, dude. Nope, not that. Not that. Nope. So I completely reset it like an idiot. When in reality, all I had to do was, yep, I figured it out now. You have to turn it into a, there you go. It's so weird how the mechanics gotta work. You just gotta be a little bit fidgety about it. Like, you gotta make squares, and then from squares you can make whatever. Dude, you want to make, man. And you just gotta try to keep numbers right here. I don't know what happened there. I think it was because I deleted that. Dude. Man. But I try to figure out as much as possible what I can make out of it, dude. Cutting that off and then restarting because for some reason it was acting up completely. So I decided to do that and then that. There we go. Just to make the next room. Or the next pod, really, I guess. I don't think it's a pod. I think it's more of a section or a airlock, I guess. An airlocked area, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the words I'm looking for, dude. Man. Now I'm trying to figure out how to actually branch that up to get flooring at that spot right there. So what I did was I actually built a patio there. Yeah, I took a patio, a foundation patio, and built it there, and that's how that worked. That's how that worked out. Now, I never actually tried getting across that way. Um, I don't know if in the videos of the episodes so far let should go through there or not, but I do know that so far, I do know so far they do get around. But I don't know if they go around that way or not. So it's either just probably because it might just be looks. Well, it might just be doing what it does because it looks, or it just might be doing what it does because it is what it is. If that makes any sense, dude. Man. Now, that's the foyer, obviously. The foyer pod, or branch, or whatever. Yeah. And then we're trying to get a light scheme going on. The light scheme was to kind of do it in like the every corner, or every, not corner, but every edge of the hallway. But that kind of changes eventually, as you'll see, as each room kind of gets made from there. Dude. It's pretty self-explanatory where it's at. Because at first, but sometimes we end up adding doors as we go throughout this thing to make it look better. So I just felt like there, especially right here, because that is a bathroom. That room's going to be turning into a bathroom, which next is to a bedroom. Which the bedroom was actually, I was trying to find a pod, because I was thinking alien pods. Nope, they don't exist. This is not The Sims 3. This is The Sims 4, and that's robots that we're thinking of. Speaking of, is there robots in Sims 4? Huh. Have to look into that. But yeah, dude, man. And over there is the. We'll explain that here in a few, actually. I think we're gonna. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to place doors. To figure out we're having problems with the lights. I gotta keep scooting the lights back and forth and find good doors and whatnot. Try to find the best sci-fi doors there is. We're about halfway done. This doesn't look as dumb when you're. What am I doing in the Sims mode? You know, honestly, this doesn't look as dumb when you're in speed mode. I think I'm looking something up, dude. Man, I don't know. But it's driving me insane. I'm still waiting. Okay, now here we go. We're trying to figure out. This is gonna be the barracks. I was looking up for pods. That's why I looked up pods, and obviously I found out they didn't exist. So I was like, okay. So we're trying to get them all to sleep in the same room. That's the wife and husband's bed, and the grandfather. There's no grandfather yet. It's just the father's bed. Getting the bathroom made. I try to stick with black and white. It just seemed like the best idea for a spaceship. So yeah. But yeah, and now I continue here. The middle room is a study, and the side rooms are labs for testing on human subjects, because these are aliens, obviously. So yeah, and I get more in detail on those rooms in the series. It's pretty much all imagination at this point, because there's not that much to do with the Sims 4 aliens. There's a little bit to do, but there's not enough to really test out a bunch of stuff. So you got to sit there and just kind of get creative with what you're trying to play here. And actually, one of the rooms, I'll stick a medical treadmill in there, which goes away in the series. As soon as the first episode happens, I take like right out because we find out it doesn't work. So not the way I want it to. So we're like, okay, we'll figure out another means of testing this, dude. So one room, the room with the white chairs right now is the room where the black chairs will go in there too. But that's a room which I'll explain the rooms more in detail in the series. But that one room is the chair room where people go in there, and that's basically the you're useless room when I kill you. And the other room next to it where the black chairs are now, or that won't be in there, where the medical treadmill ends up going at, ends up becoming a chess table room. It's kind of our testing method, I guess, to test out their ingeniousness and everything else. And from there, I kind of explain it more. It goes down the detail between male and females and everything else. Right now I'm making trophy cases, which are for humans, except for that one right there. The small one is for my Sims trophies, and the big one's for actual Sims, which we do feed them. The aliens do feed them. Here I changed the paints to gray then red, and I didn't realize I changed them to red until later when I work on the garden. They look weird now. I knew there was something wrong, but I couldn't figure it out just yet. But I do eventually figure it out, man. Here is a dining room, or dining pod, or lock, or air safe, or whatever you want to call this thing. Section. There's the bar, which off the bar was actually supposed to be the labs. The studies in the labs is it's supposed to be off the bar originally. But like I said, it's going to be too small. Period. There's the kitchen. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted here, but I did eventually figure it out, dude. And slowly but surely, I do figure it out, man. But it is a hard processing thing. You got to kind of figure out what you want, what's this, what's that. Try to figure out how to center stuff as much as possible. Figure out where you want stuff. Yeah. And then this part, this is the garden. The reason I put the door there, I'll put a airlock, or aka a door, or aka airlock is what we're calling it. We stick one there on purpose because of the windows that we're going to be putting in. Because it's a garden, so it needs to be looking like a garden. I thought about making it the inside color like the outside color, but I was like, not going to really see it anyways, and might as well try to keep it as much as sync with the inside as possible, because it is technically an inside garden, so it makes more sense. And this is where I realized, oh crap, the windows are red. So I was like, oh, gotta change all these. So I'm sitting here fidgeting with these, and I was like, great, now I go fidget with these. Change them all back. They're all normal now. I was going to grow trees, but I was going to do four squares and two pods, or 2 circles, but then I realized I didn't have enough room for that, and so I was like, well, forget it. I'll just do the square gardens and forget the trees. Plus, I don't think the trees would have grown anyways. On to the next room. On to the next one. On to the next one. Anyways, the next room, the game room, is what we called this one. Which is funny because it's just really a TV room. It's not even really a game room. The gaming pod is actually in the bar. It's not there right now, but eventually it will be added on. But it becomes this TV room rather than a game room. It's kind of funny, actually, dude. Man. That's where I found that medical treadmill. I was like, oh, let's just try this out. I was like, well, let's rearrange this stuff. And then I was like, okay, there's the starvation room. But, yeah. Okay, where's that one thing I'm looking for? I'm trying to figure out where stuff is. I'm reading stuff now. At this point, dude. Half the stuff I'm reading was actually, you can actually already do with the alien. without having to worry about it. And I was like, oh, what's these things? Turns out when you actually use them, they just click on them and then they don't pop up unless you give them and they'll give you bison. Whatever, they're so weird, dude. Man. Oh, that's where I end up putting it, right there. Looks pretty legit, doesn't it, so far, right? Man. Got 6 more minutes, just about. This is where I'm trying to figure out roofs. This was a pain in my neck trying to figure this out. But eventually I do figure out how I want to do it. Sorry guys, a little tired. Long day. This video was actually supposed to come out Sunday, but it's coming out today. And I'm editing it today too. Today as in Monday. So there's just so much just going on. Try to cheat the system, didn't work. See. So eventually I do figure out how I do want it. Which you'll see here in a few. After all this struggles of all this stuff, you'll see. But it does go on and on to a chaotic mess until I figure it out. I think I actually ended up screwing up one of the rooms down here, man. I did that and I was like, oh crap, how'd this room go? I can't figure it out. And it was the trophy room and I think a hallway, if I remember right. That's what I think it was, dude. Just kind of takes a few minutes to try to figure out what you want. I did mess up the room. Huh? Oh well, that's fine. I kind of added an extra lip in there and didn't even mean to. That's funny, dude. Man. Oh well. It is what it is. It was actually supposed to go straight one more and then down. But anyways, now I start figuring out how I want the roof kind of be laid out. This is a long, lengthy process it took for me to do this. Lots of moving the camera, lots of stretching. Oh my gosh, took forever, dude. But I'm satisfied with the overall goal of this house, or this space station on Earth. Ended up pretty well. So yeah. At first it looks corny like that, but once you realize how I'm gonna do that, I did want to find like spherical. Is that the word I'm looking for? Spear roofs, but they don't exist. Luckily they made diagonal roofs. Let's not make round roofs, but let's make diagonal roofs. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, guys. Anyways, as we continue on here, we're almost done with the speed build. Okay. I try to make as much overlap as possible to make it look at least a little bit decent. And then here comes the big funny part. Boom! Drop it. Not like it's hot. Oh crap, did I cover up the garden with a roof? I think I did. Me bad. Oh well. That's fine. No, I didn't. There it is. Yeah, I deleted the ceiling off the garden so that way it looks all kind of nice. I start putting that stuff on there. Make it a little better. Man, that's just flying through. Oh, did I just not realize I messed it up? Nope, that's not. Nope, that wasn't it. That wasn't it either. Just saying. No, it's even more cornier. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, whatever. Well, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to close it out here. I just do a couple more little things and just to test the Fs. So guys, so Dracos, thanks for watching. This is Ultimate Recon Gaming. Over and out.